What's up, family? This is your girl Shamika, also known as Lady Queen. Thank you so much for joining me on this video, this pre-recorded video, because I wanted to talk to you about something. But before I do, let me welcome my replayers. Thank you so much for replaying this video. If you have already subscribed, thank you so much. It means so much to me. Now, if you haven't, please consider subscribing to this YouTube channel and pressing the thumbs up button. You want to make sure that you press that bell also. That way you can get any notifications that might pop up. I wanted to help the believer's mind, or help the Christian's mind that's struggling on whether or not they should invest in XRP. Because I've heard, a lot of people have reached out to me, even, comments have been made, and I want to make sure that you understand completely what God is doing in this season, in this season that we're in. And it brings me back to a story. I believe it's in the book of Second Kings, maybe First Kings, but it's when they're talking about 4 lepers. Now, understand, in the Bible, when you had leprosy, they believed it was because you were a sinner, that you've done something, that basically your punishment was to be a leper, and it would leave scars on your body, it would turn your skin white, but they believed the reason why they had leprosy is because they sinned. They were dirty. To them, they were unclean. That's why they always kind of put them out of the city, always kept them out of the city. But in this Bible story, there were 4 lepers, and they were sitting on the side. And listen, in this time, there was a lack in the kingdom, right? There was a lack in the nation. And the lepers, they were really hungry. And they said, we can either stay here and die. We can go back to the city, but they're in lack also. And I want you to picture the city as like the kingdom of God. Okay, so when I say city, I'm talking about the kingdom of God. So they're saying, the lepers are saying, we can either sit here and die, we can go to the city, but there's a lack there also, or we can take our chances and actually go into the enemy's camp, which were the Amorites at the time. Okay, so we can actually go into the enemy's camp, and we can try our chances, right? We can try and see what happens. And so that's exactly what they do. They go into the enemy's camp, and because God is so amazing, he allows the enemy of the people of God, right, the Amorites, he allows them to hear a massive army. He allows them to hear a massive army, and because they hear the massive army, they take off. They leave everything behind. So when the lepers get there, they start looking around. They realize that the camp has been abandoned, but they realize there's an abundance there. They start eating and stowing away things, and they had only been through 1 tent so far, and they start putting things away. They're in the second tent. And after picking up things, trying to collect wealth and collect the riches, they say, you know what, it would be a shame for us to keep this to ourselves. Let's go back to the city and tell them there is an abundance in this camp. Understand, a camp is a temporary place, okay? So let's go back and tell the city that there's an abundance here. And so they do exactly that. They go to the city, they tell them, and they're at the gate telling them this. And there's someone there saying, man, don't believe them. They're lepers. Like, how would they know? And it's a shame, because that's exactly what's happening now. There is a wealth transfer that is happening, that God is allowing to happen. And we are in the enemy's camp, because I know you've heard the stories about chips being put in people's hands, and possibly using cryptocurrency to be a part of this chip, so that they be able to purchase things. And that will, I'm sure that will come to pass, because the Bible is true, right? And a lot of Christians are scared because it's going towards the one currency world. Listen, that happened a long time ago. That's what we've been going towards. And so I want to just relax your mind, because understand, yes, it might be in the enemy's camp, but it's a temporary place, and God is going to allow us to receive the transfer of wealth. But the thing is, you can't be like that person that was in the city saying, don't believe them, it's nothing, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen very quickly, and you get to decide whether you're a part of that or not. And understand that the banks are already moving us towards that. So you can move actually before the banks force you to move, and you'll benefit. Or you can get into cryptocurrency and investing in cryptocurrency, you know, after the banks, when they make you do it, and they'll benefit. You know, it's time for us to definitely claim back what the enemy stole, because the wealth and the riches are for the kingdom of God, are for kingdom people. So I hope this video helped relax your mind. Remember, if you change your mind, you'll change your life. So if you change the way that you think, your life will forever change. But guess what? You are your only limitation. You are the only one that limits you. So stop limiting yourself. Be great, be amazing at whatever it is that you were meant to be great at. And let's just live our best life.